What's going on, guys? MariK here, back with Day 9 of the Dragon Ball Super Reveal for Set 8, Malicious Machinations. We're continuing off with more Blue support and more Android support. This time, less focused around Android 21 and more focused around the OG Androids of 18. Let's go ahead and check this shit out. So first up, we have our new leader, Android 18. Unfortunately, it's a blue leader instead of green. Hopefully that doesn't interfere too much with being able to build like some OG Android support. Auto says, when you place this card in your leader area, choose up to one Android 21 scheme from your deck and activate it. That's kind of disappointing already. Activate main says, once per turn, choose one clone token in your opponent's battle area, move it from the game, draw one card, choose one card in your life, add it to your hand, choose one of your opponent's battle cards, energy cost of 1, and return it to its owner's hand. That's a lot of things going on right there, but that choosing a card with energy cost of 1 is just kind of a pointless ability in my opinion, because your opponent's really only going to play a card like that on turn 1, maybe on turn 2. So you're not going to get much out of that, but you are going to get pretty low in life pretty fast, being able to awaken yourself. And when your life is at 4 or less, you get to draw 2 cards and flip it over. Again, I feel like, yes, I like that there are more leaders that draw when they awaken, instead of just everything untapping energy, but again, with the amount of draw power that this deck is already going to have, that draw 2 is going to actually be really terrifying, coupled with the activate main's once per turn ability, especially if it's the same on the other side. On the awaken side, we have Dependable Sister Android 18. When this card attacks, draw 1 card. Activate main, once per turn, choose a token, remove it, choose a card with an energy cost of 1, return it to its owner's hand, then reduce the combo cost of all blue and green cards in your hand and battle area by 1 for the duration of the turn. That's a pretty cool ability, being able to reduce the combo cost. Now, if you have to, well, it says choose up to 1 battle card, so if you don't choose one, then that's fine, and then you can reduce the combo cost of all your shit for the duration of the turn. That's actually pretty powerful. Hopefully we'll get some good like Android 16, 17, 18 cards that'll go along with that. Because if that's the case, I will be down to play Android 18. That will be probably my most played deck out of this set, unless we get like green Android support with like a Dr. Gero leader. But being able to reduce the combo cost is a really, really powerful skill, especially if you have a lot of high cost cards that you can take advantage of. Then we have Android 18, Speedy Substitution. She's a 1-cost, 4,000 power. Auto says, when you play this card, look at up to 5 cards from the top of your deck. Choose up to 1 blue or green Android card among them, add it to your hand, and shuffle your deck. So, similar ability to the 1-drop Android 17 that comes in the Android Expert deck. And then when you play this card, activate this skill. At the end of your turn, you may choose 1 blue-green multicolored card in your energy, return it to your hand. If you do, choose 1 card in your hand and place it in your energy in rest mode. I don't really know why you would want to do that. I mean, I guess to be able to take advantage of like the combo power with the leader or whatever, but if you have multicolored cards in your energy, you're kind of going to want to keep it there. That way you can choose, whether you want to play it as a blue or green energy for the turn. So I guess that's kind of a situational ability. For the most part, she just kind of seems to be there as a turn 1 searcher, which is perfectly fine. It's going to be another super rare, so if we're going to get like an SPR Android 18 card, I'm going to fucking make sure that I have a playset of that shit as soon as fucking possible, if day 1 is not doable itself. Then we have Android 16, Energy Amplification. He's a 2-cost blue-green with 5,000 power. If you have a blue-green multicolored card in your energy, when you play this card from your hand, place the top card of your deck in your energy in rest mode. Ooh. And you can't play battle cards with power between 30,000 and 35,000 for the duration of the game. I think I'll be okay with that. I'm really not too concerned about that ability. But when you play him, he kind of ramps you up. And if you're not playing the Android 21 stuff that kind of throws your energy into your drop area, then you can kind of ramp yourself up pretty quick to be able to play some decent Android support. I don't really know yet if the old Android support is really going to work too well with this. I mean, it is blue and green, but nothing really kind of seems to synergize so well, aside from the fact you just be playing it in a theme deck. We are getting more 16 support, which is cool, but again, he doesn't really go through with with like an archetype at all. You're just kind of going to be playing like a thematic android build that blue and green now both have really good support. So hopefully with some of the blue support like Sensu Bean, Unyielding Spirit Trunks, and then you can combine like some of the green support like the counters and the extra cards. It definitely seems like it could turn out to be a really fun deck to play, assuming we get good enough support for it in this set. Then we have Android 17, Protector of Wildlife. Not really sure why he's a Universe 7 Tournament of Power kind of Android 17, but he's a 2-cost, blue-green, 15,000. His permanent says if you have a blue-green multicolor card in your energy, negate this card's energy exhaust. Okay, so he's basically going to be energy when you play him. Auto says once per turn when your opponent combos, choose one of those cards placed in the bottom of the owner's deck and negate this skill for the duration of the game. Okay, I mean that's kind of neat and all, but he looks like he's going to be just pretty energy. He's a rare too, so he's going to be foil. That'll be nice. Like that ability's not terrible because you take away their combo power and you place it at the bottom of the deck. But I mean, if that's all it does and it's only for the duration of the game, then the only thing I could really think of that you could do is if there's any way that you could swap like a battle card, like add a card from your energy back to your hand, and then perhaps put one of your battle cards in your energy, then you could do that maybe. But otherwise, I just don't see that being that great of a skill. And if it's once per game, is it only once per game for that particular card, or for if you play it, then your other 3 versions don't get their effect? If that's the case, I'm just gonna play him as blue-green energy every time, and he'll just have to be a very pretty card on the board that he just doesn't get to see much play outside of being energy. Then lastly, we have Supreme Technique Crillon. He's a 2-cost, 5,000 blocker. His auto says, if it's your turn, choose one clone token from your opponent's battle area and remove it from the game. When you combo with this card, choose up to one attacking Android 18 card against double strike for the duration of the turn. He's a 1-cost to combo. His auto says, for 1 blue energy, during your turn, when you combo with this card from your hand with an Android 18 card in battle, play this card at the end of the battle. So okay, so I see. So you're going to combo with him for 1 energy, and then for 1 more energy you can combo with him, and he'll come to the board at the end of the battle and you'll have him as a blocker. And then if it's your turn, you can also just remove him from the game and give an 18 double strike. But I don't know, to me, that feels worse than just using like Champa. Because I mean, Champa's going to give you 10,000 and double strike, or the Supreme Kai. And if it's a green Android 18 or a blue-green Android 18, then you could just use the Dr. Giro from, I think it was set 5. That was basically the same thing as the Champa double strike. Because this is an extra energy for really nothing, or you're just getting a 5k blocker out. But there's no point in doing that because you can just play the free Crillon blocker from all the way back in Union Force. So personally, I don't think this Crillon is worth playing. Like, yeah, he's blue and all, but that doesn't really matter so much since the deck is going to be blue-green anyways. You can afford to play the green Crillon blocker instead, and if you have to charge him his energy, then it wouldn't really make as much of a difference as charging this one. I personally just don't see this as being a super great card, but as with every one of these videos, and I've had my doubts on a card here and there, you guys usually come up with a way to kind of justify it being in a deck, so feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but I still, as of right now, I believe that the free Crillon blocker from set 2 will be much more useful than this one. Alright, well that's going to wrap it up for Day 9's reveals. Honestly, I'm not as disappointed now with the blue and the Android support as I thought I was going to be. Just because I thought everything was going to be about Android 21, which this one still kind of is. She does play the Android 21's field card, but I still feel like maybe I can keep it thematic to the OG Androids. There is kind of enough support. We got the new Android 18s, we got the Android 16s. Maybe I can keep it to where the deck just focuses around the 3 OG Androids from the Android saga. Maybe we can throw in some good, like, Giro support if we get more Dr. Giro stuff in this set. We've still got green to go through as well, so we could still see... Let's see, today's what? Today's Tuesday. So we've got Wednesday and Thursday for the 2 green leaders, and a little bit of support for them. And then Friday, we'll get to see all of the support for blue and green. And so we've still got a good chance for getting some good OG Android support. Maybe we can get a Dr. Giro leader like I've been asking for. Maybe we'll get a little more Android support. Cell support's probably pushing our luck, but it'd be cool to see some of that as well. But so the next few days, we're going to be pretty hype, or at least we're going to feel pretty hype until we see those reveals, and hopefully we don't get our heart broken with no Android support or any lack of cell. But let me know in the comments below what you guys think of this stuff. Again, I think I'd be much more inclined to play this than I will the actual Android 21 support. But if you guys feel that this is a better or worse leader, let me know in the comments down below. I love hearing your guys' thoughts on all of this stuff, especially because you guys come up with some stuff that either I didn't notice or I missed. And we'll start doing some deck building streams probably after Friday, maybe Friday night, depending on what I'm doing. I have no clue what I'm doing for the rest of this week, but if we find time, we'll start doing some theory crafting on this stuff, and we're going to make androids great again. So with that, we're going to go ahead and get the freak out of here now, and we'll see you guys in the next video.